What up, what up? Happy Tuesday, boys and girls. Today is episode 141 of Crew Talk Sports. We got Dante, big guy from Wyoming, up in the house. Chilla bets, as always. A lot of FIFA, a lot of UFC, a lot of NBA, NHL, NFL, a little bit, NASCAR. Man, we got it all. Great weekend. Dante, I'm hoping you won a lot of coin, bud. How was your weekend?
It was good. I did win some coins. Started off nice with the USA Friday night. That was an electric game. Hit some NASCAR bets, NBA, NHL. Tell you what, for the football offseason, I've been loving it. UFC was awesome. It was a great weekend for sports.
Yeah, it's been, yeah, I know. I'm just scared because now we get into it, right? So, yeah, we'll start with the NBA, which I just couldn't believe it, man. I was on the Knicks. I felt like we were talking. We were like, they got kicked in the dick. They're done, and I think we might have been true there. Brunson, Finals MVP, Knicks first championship title since 1973. City buzzing. They even got people from around the world up in New York. So just a crazy, just that series was really surprising, kind of like the Avs and Knights series to me. It was like shocking. But I think that the Spurs, man, have major problems, dude, in the future. Wemby's pissed. They could win 70 games next year. Dylan Harper, young kid, made a couple mental mistakes. Wemby made some mistakes late down the stretch. De'Aaron Fox, the no-show that he was, man. Remember, light the beam in Sacramento. But overall, dude, the Knicks were just a better team. Just
Yeah.
against everybody in the playoffs, man. They were just better team. Great defensively, offensively, effective. Brunson carried the load, man. Really impressive the stuff that he was able to do. But like overall, man, just a great solid team Knicks had. And the city deserves it, bro.
Well, definitely the more veteran team. I think that played a lot for them. Just they were calmer. Like they go down big in the fourth quarter, didn't phase them. I mean, the Spurs blew two big leads. I mean, the one was, we were live for it. It was 27 points, I think. And then, another 10-pointer. When you lose two games like that back to back, I think it just,
They
kills the
had
morale.
crazy leads the whole series, dude. Like there was
Yeah.
multiple games they were up on 10 points multiple times. And they
Yeah.
just, kind of shit the bed. That's what I'm talking about. Like Dylan Harper. Like De'Aaron Fox is supposed to be that guy that's like, all right, I'm a vet. I'm gonna figure this get a bucket. But dude, like, they could he was letting them down more so than a lot of, than some of the other players. So major problem. Spurs are okay. Who do you think's gonna have the better year next year?
It's tough. I mean, I think the Knicks should, or OKC should, because I think they should have been there this year. They're going to be a little more motivated.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about the Knicks being in the East a little easier, but didn't really pan out. I think there's something to maybe these teams beat each other up all playoffs, and then the Knicks coasted through. But the Spurs, we see it too, where it's like they're young. But also like some of these veteran free agents are going to want to go there. San Antonio's going to be a destination spot, so I
For
feel like
sure.
they could maybe add some pieces to that team. Like you mentioned, though, Castle had 6 points that last game. Fox had 7. That's just like you can't have
Yeah.
that. Even Wemby only had 19, so just not good enough.
Yeah.
But they're young.
Yeah, I agree, man. They'll be back. They'll be competitive. I got OKC and them again. I can't. I'll have to see some major movements before I can commit my Nuggets to being better than the Spurs or OKC in a 7-game series.
Yeah, the Nuggets trade rumors are everyone's getting traded to every team wherever you look. So
Everybody. Yeah. Everybody, bro. Everybody. Let's see what we got. Cassidy. Messi is our GOAT. Yeah, we're going to talk World Cup. Argentina 1-0 up. Messi scores first. Messi, Haaland, and Mbappe all score today. Didn't touch it. Didn't sniff it. I was on Haaland anytime. I was on Messi anytime in first. They all scored first as well. So, like, if you would have parlayed them all to score first, you'd have been a bazillionaire. So, yeah, but I need Argentina to win this game. There has been 2 goals already called off. So if you want a live bet and over, I would recommend it. 2.5.
I had a parlay France, Norway, Argentina. And then I had a second one, same those 3 plus the goal scorers, but instead of Mbappe, we had Dembele. And
I know. So the
screwed
shitty
us.
thing is, dude, is these subs, man. I think I should have been smarter. It was always Mbappe. I got too cute, but I'm wearing the PSG.
That's our
jersey.
guy, though. Yeah.
Dembele is my goat, dude. Yes, I know. That's the only reason why I did it. It was always Mbappe. He didn't look good. France didn't look good in that first half. Wow. They showed everybody who they are in the second half. They brought on, that's what we're talking about, the depth. They brought on some other players, and Senegal's a good team too. But before we get into that, NHL, Hurricanes, also from the East, win the Stanley Cup. So what do we got here? Taylor Hall lifted the cup. Carolina's 3-0 shutout victory, game six. So they went in six. It was in Vegas. First cup since 2006. The same team that swept our Avs in the conference finals did end up going all the way. But the Hurricanes are already the favorites to repeat next year. Avs sitting second. I did see the Avs traded Ross Colton today too. Not sure
For a
if you saw
bag of
that.
peanuts.
Yep, bag of peanuts. Hopefully they're trying to like clear some cap space for something. I don't know. And then we say peanuts, but it could be like somebody like Rory Kelly that we didn't even know existed until he came to us. So
It was a couple of draft picks.
yeah, but yeah, man, I picked Carolina. I think we all did. We actually both picked the East to win the title, which they both did. Fucking should have parlayed that. They're both pretty good lines. So Vegas just beat the Avs. I also saw Vegas's coach is out. He's not returning next year.
Yeah.
I don't know what's up with that necessarily, but
Sounds like it was always the plan, even if they would have won the cup, because he came in like right before the playoffs started. I think it was just like a band-aid. Come on in, take us as far as you can get us, and then we'll hire someone to go forward.
mhm.
Shout out Carolina. That was a fun series, high scoring. Like I said, every game was. I mean, this was the lowest scoring game. It was 3-0. It does suck because Vegas, their goaltending went to shit after they played us. So I do think we could have maybe given the Hurricanes. I think we would have matched up better against the Hurricanes. It would have been electric as far as the goal. I mean, it would have been 10 goals every game. So
Yep.
maybe next year, Avs Hurricanes.
Yeah, I'm down for that. It'll
Yeah.
be electric. You're right.
Fun series though.
Yeah.
Shout out hockey.
Yeah, dude, it's just shitty, man, that it's like over. Like, luckily we have the World Cup, man. Count your blessings, dude. In like 1.5 weeks, it's gonna be. We're watching the Dodgers Rays at 8 p.m. Yeah, and the Rockies unwatchable. Twins, I don't know. Just,
Did you see the Rockies a couple nights ago? They scored 23 runs.
yes, I
Franchise
did.
record.
As I'm talking shit, Twins are winning 10-1. Let's go, Twinnies.
Rockies. Some bad news on the Rockies front, real quick. Chase Dollander, our top pitching prospect, he's been playing in the big leagues this year. He UCL surgery, which in the MLB, he'll be out all of next season. So this season and next season. So that's a real kick to the dick there. We did just call up this kid, learn the name Cole Craig. Dude's hitting bombs. He's been up for a couple weeks. He's got a couple homers already. But yeah, I mean, Rockies still, they went from suck to bad, so it's improvement.
I'm gonna let you know too. You know who's been low key carrying my squad, bro? Is Hunter Goodman hitting home runs, carrying the betting account.
Yeah.
When he played the Oakland A's, I was just betting him every single game.
He's our first catcher to have like 20 home runs before the All-Star break in like a while. So he's not the best catcher, but he's a good bat. So yeah.
Yeah. Real quick, we could stick with baseball standings. Fuck me, man. Twins are so far out of it, bro. Yankees, White Sox, surprising. 38-32. Who would have thought?
The thing with your Twins is they're gonna fire sell and trade everybody away.
I know, dude. Buxton's a pirate. Best team in baseball is still Atlanta, it looks like. Yeah, it's looking like Atlanta. Yeah, and the Dodgers are tied. Milwaukee's legit. Give me an NL champ. Let's go. Why not? I do like Tampa Bay, though. Like Yandy Diaz. Not a bad bet either. But yeah, we got to start cranking out some home run parlays. I think we're just going to take World Cup in, and then we'll commit to some baseball, some NFL mock drafts for sure. So
yeah, oh yeah.
Also this weekend, crazy. If you're a fucking hater and you want to talk politics, whatever, this shit was electric, bro. I'm going to tell you my favorite thing before we get into the fights was the band. The band.
Oh, yeah, the walkout.
When they played Superstar, that chick picks up the mic, like, you know, Marine band, getting it. Even the guy who's singing Canción del Mariachi, fuck, he nailed it word for word, bro. I'm like, damn. The band was really cool. I think they should look into doing like maybe, you know, live bands or like a band. Be like, all right, hey, this card, if you're on the main event, it's AC/DC. You can pick one of their songs to do a walkout, right? Or like, this next card's in Detroit. Eminem's going to do it. You guys can pick an Eminem song. He'll rap it. But, dude, it was super cool in my opinion. Fights went perfect the way I thought they were going to. And I was betting Derek Lewis, like, whatever, like $5, you know, like I fucking poke it. Chandler, I threw a $5 on, you know, but I like, my parlay was looking perfect until Taporia got absolutely clobber-glocked by Gaethje, who we should have known, always right in front of us. Dude, it looked like Gaethje had loaded gloves, bro. I'm going to be honest. Could not believe Poirier lasted as long as he did. TKO in the fourth, meaning if you bet the fourth round, Gaethje, you won because he didn't get off his stool. I also thought that was interesting. This guy runs his mouth, talks always like the baddest guy. Don't get off the stool. You know, you heard his brother say, like, come on, you're the champion, get in there. I also had him winning that round, round four. I had it pretty close to tie. I knew the face and the damage. Like, I had it a little gazy. But at the same time, dude, Taporia was still dropping some shit. He just couldn't see,
I thought
and I
after the
believe it.
third round, if they were gonna call it there, but
Yeah,
like you said, after he went out for the fourth, I was like, oh, and I think he did win the fourth too. I
looked good.
mean, Gaethje, I thought he was going down with those body shots in the first. Was it the first round or
Second round.
second round? So,
Yeah,
but I think Gaethje like wanted the dog fight, and he knew if he could get him in the those later rounds, those championship rounds, then it was be that's where he wanted him at. I mean, I gotta say shout out to Poria for just getting slammered and just staying in there. He made it longer than he probably should have. Honestly, shout out Herb Dean like refusing to call the fight, dude.
well, dude, it's a big fight, bro. And if
Yeah,
Gaethje, I give Taporia credit too because it's like the White House, right? Taporia goes out there, and it's not obviously in fucking Georgia or Spain, right?
right.
And he gets fucking a USA American badass in front of everybody, bro. Like it was. I still haven't really seen. I saw a little comment. He was like super humble, like Justin was the better man. He effectively took out my vision, and like he said all the right things, which is cool because usually these guys can be dicks and make up excuses. But oh man, just can't say enough about Gaethje, dude. It's like all heart. That
Oh
like
yeah,
all heart, bro.
and
That's all that was.
the videos
Strategy,
of him
the
like warming
jabs.
up in the Oval Office and walking out, and then coming out and doing that for his country, it just chills, bro. That was a great fight. Really, every fight, like you said, except for I know we're all rooting against Hoykett just because. I mean, he's just too much for me. I understand you got to
Yeah,
have some showmanship to it, but Derek Lewis, my God, I was like, bro, just get this fight over. He was I felt bad for him. I was like, get this dude out of the ring.
he needs to retire. Chandler needs to retire.
Yeah,
Derek Lewis needs to retire. Like, and it's funny because Derek Lewis, like, he wasn't even supposed to be on this card, but then Trump was like, "Hey, where's that Derek Lewis guy at?" And then he called him and added him, so it's like death wish,
yeah,
basically. Like, did he do it for love because he actually loves him, or did he do it for like, I want to watch this guy get knocked out? You know?
yeah. The whole night though was great. The first fight I was on Lopes, and that was a great fight. I mean, and
Lopez, yeah, Diego.
it's the first UFC fight card to have every single fight end by knockout or TKO.
Yeah, I saw if you would have put like a fiver, you would have been pretty set off. Yeah, well, dude, they had a lot to prove. Like, it's a big opportunity for them to grow their own like self brand, so like name awareness. Is that a Buffalo Bills hat?
Wyoming,
That's a Buffalo Bills hat on the Crew Talk Sports podcast.
Wyoming. It's our state flag.
Could get fucking. You almost got headbutted, but you're lucky you pulling that out of your ass. But yeah, no, crazy, dude. Let's get into Pereira fight. First things first, I told Jordan this in a very no Diddy way. The size of Pereira's ass needs to be studied, dude. He added 60 pounds in his weight climb, bro. He put 45 of it in his ass, and I believe it slowed him down.
Yeah,
But Cyril gone, man, and this made me think too, dude. Besides Bones Jones and Francis Ngannou, Cyril Gane has cleaned out this division up and down. Aspinall, I need to see it because I'm gonna go Cyril Gane, dude. I'm not
yeah,
lying, bro. He's a very explosive heavyweight. Like he's quick. He's got quick hands. He's fast, and he's obviously looks like a Greek god, bro. I mean, he's built. Pereira, props to him moving up. I guess the answer was always right in front of us, right? You're moving up a weight class, fighting a guy who's been in this weight class for 5 years. He's fought the best of the best. And like he didn't look horrible against Francis Ngannou, but he looked horrible against John Jones. I think everybody remembered the John Jones thing. But that
right.
just goes to show you, like, if Pereira would ever fight Bones, what would have happened?
Yeah, I think John. It's just
Mm-hmm.
there's levels to this,
Pereira
So
did say he might go back down. I don't think so, bro. Go knock the fuck out of Hokit. He's been calling you out. Do it. Get more comfortable with that weight class. Let your weight and your power transition, and then go knock out.
yeah, you
Aspinall
can't be
if he
talking
wants.
about his mama like that, saying he wants to shama his mama.
Yeah. No, I know. I think that guy got in Pereira's head. Cyril Gane didn't even have to like talk smack. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah. That was a good fight. I was on Cyril. I thought he would win. So
Yeah, I was like 50-50. I made a couple different parlays with that flipped because that was the one fight. And then again, Gaethje was right in front of us all the time, dude. We've tailgated with him. He's a homie. And we
that
fucking,
that was
you
the
know?
miss. That was the
Yeah.
miss
Yeah.
for sure. O'Malley. I mean, real quick, I just want to get some T's and P's out there for my parlay mistake I made this weekend.
Oh,
So
you cashed it out. Yeah.
I
Cote
yeah,
d'Ivoire.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
I texted you and you said let it ride. So they're at the 89th minute,
Uh-huh.
0-0. I had the Ivory Coast money line. I had
Is that when you cashed it? No, you
I
cashed it earlier, right?
no, I cashed at the 89th minute because they were still giving me $20. I bet 10. I had Denny Hamlin, Ivory Coast. I forget who the other soccer team that played that day.
They won though.
They won, and then I had O'Malley and Bo Nickel.
It was Sweden.
It was
You had
yeah,
you
and
had Sweden.
it's the 90th minute. I'm like, well, I'm shocked they're even giving me a cash out. I'm gonna take my $20, make $10, rebet it, and then I see in the group chat you guys going crazy because they scored in the 94th minute, and I felt like such an asshole. Would have won $470.
Yep.
So,
Because you had Sugar Sean in there, yeah.
yeah, never cash out. Moral of the story.
Yeah, no, I thought Sugar looked good too. Never cash out. I told you. I mean, unless they're giving you like $400 of the 435, you never cash it out. But a lot of these games have been draws, dude, which we'll get into. Jordan just ripping the vacuum. I'm sorry if it's loud. So going back to UFC, yeah, Sugar Sean looked great.
Yeah.
I thought Mauricio Hoofy, that's how it's pronounced, even though it's Ruffy, whatever the fuck. He looks really good still. He's due for a title shot soon. Hokit, sure. He's levels away from Pereira, even a brand new at that weight class. Cyril Gahn, do you know what he would do to him? You know, Bo Nickel looked good. I was on Bo Nickel TKO just because that was the only way to make money on that fight. That cashed.
He did look good, but I don't think his opponent was very stout. I think they said, "Yo, give him someone easy to make sure he wins because that's Trump's boy."
Dawkins.
But he looked much better than his last fight for sure.
Yeah, no, he looked good. And then the first fight, Diego Lopez. Diego Lopez is like the best non-champion in the UFC, bro. Who's fought for it twice? He's fought twice, lost, went crazy. He's a problem.
Did you see the video from the weigh-ins of him talking, and then he gives his answer, and Dana White's like, and then they go to the next question. Dana White's like, "Hey, can we get a translator?" And everyone's like, "No, that was English." And he's like, "Oh, fuck," because it sounds so redneck. And
Oh, I know.
yeah, it was hilarious. But yeah, that was a great fight to start the night off too.
Yeah, because it looked like he was losing there for a minute.
It did, yeah.
Yeah, he just gets the explosive knockout.
Every fight, top to bottom, not a single complaint you could have.
Yeah, just the whole vibe, man. What do you think? You think they're gonna try to run that shit back, or like, can they find other stuff where they can do it, or do they just say that was it? Great time, everybody remember it. See you later.
They asked Dana White after in his press conference if they're going to run it back, and he said no. He's like, I can't afford to ever do this again. We're never doing the White House. We're never doing the Spear. He said the next big thing they're going to do is Trump wants to do a UFC card on a army base, and they wanted to do it this year, but Dana's like, bro, I can't afford this and that in the same year. So next year they're going to do one on an army base apparently.
Yeah,
which would be sick.
Or they could do like on Michigan State, North Carolina on an aircraft carrier.
Which
that's what I was thinking too. Would be kind of cool.
That would be sick. And shout out NASCAR. They're racing on a naval base this weekend. They're setting up a track on the runway in San Diego, a naval base.
Who's gonna win it?
SVG lock. We're gonna get some locks. SVG is winning.
Dude, I need 6 days, dude. Bahamas, I leave tomorrow. All right, let's keep cruising through this here. So I'm saving NASCAR and soccer for last. So Rashid Rice, released from jail, NFL. He dodged all the reporters. I'm not touching him. This is Evan's boy.
Yeah, thank God he's not on our team.
But yeah, I don't know. Any other NFL news that you want to talk about?
Bo Nix looked great. He's back at minicamp. Him and Waddle looked great together. I didn't really see too much NFL news going on because mandatory minicamps are starting. But I did have some college news I wanted to talk to you about.
Go ahead.
Your boy Sorsby and Texas Tech are parting ways. So literally after everything Texas Tech went through to defend him, he's going to enter the NFL supplemental draft. So I don't know.
What is that?
So it's a draft for players that weren't draft eligible when the actual NFL draft went on. So let's say people are saying the Jets might take him. If the Jets, so it goes, right? Like the same order as this year's drafted, but you don't have to make a pick. So eventually, like if the Jets make a pick, let's say they like, all right, we're going to make our 3rd round pick with them. They lose their 3rd round pick next year. So whatever pick you take, you're giving up for the next year. So it's not just like a free for all type of deal. So I mean, he wasn't even that impressive at Cincinnati. So I really don't understand why an NFL team would spend serious capital on him. So just if I had to guess, the Browns will take him just
Oh,
because
God, dude. Of
just
course. You
because they
know it.
would. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
and then other NFL news I saw, Cam Jordan re-signed to the Saints, and there's been a lot of smoke with the Von Miller to Denver stuff. Nick Bonito was reposting some Von Miller highlights. People were saying maybe Cam Jordan was going to come to Denver, Sean Payton reunite
Hmm.
there. So now that he's back with the Saints and everything going on with Jonathan Cooper, a lot of smoke with Von Miller back to Denver. We'll see though.
It's got to be, bro. It's got to be because Cooper got arrested again. He went back, visited his girl after like the restraining order a week later after being arrested for domestic violence. He's gonna do prison time, dude. At least 30 days, I think, for like fucking that up within a week too. Like I'm not very positive on how much we're gonna see of him on the field this year. You can't speak too early, whatever. But still, not a good show, and that makes us weak at that position. So why not add a vet who literally would pay you 500 grand to play here?
Yeah, I mean they did say during the training camp that Jonah Ellis is going to go stay at edge, and they said it's not because he's not good at inside linebacker. He's just so good at outside. We got to keep him there. So
Oh
I
no.
think he's the plan, but you can't tell me it wouldn't be nice to have Vaughn there too. But yeah, like Cooper, I mean, I don't even know if he's going to stay on the roster with some of the stuff that's going on. Like they're
Yeah, no.
talking void that contract. So we'll see. It's when we first talked about it, we're like, oh, not a big deal because it wasn't. But then it's escalated, and now it's
Yeah.
like, don't
No,
like
I
that.
feel like if there's like the restraining order and then you violate it within a week, you have to go in front of probably that same judge who's going to be like, "What the fuck?"
Pounded on the door for 15 minutes, some strangulation charges. Not
Yeah.
pretty.
Yeah. So, and I know she got arrested too, but still, man, no, no
Yeah.
bueno. Okay, let's move on. So, real quick, golf, U.S. Open this weekend at Shinnecock Hills. Can Scotty do it? They're calling it the Scotty Slam. Aaron Rise upset makes me just want to put a fiver on anybody. Remember, he won the PGA Championship. I will not be betting DeChambeau. If I could bet him to
No.
not make the cut, I would. Rory's hitting him well. I didn't really do any research just because, like I said, dude, so much football going around. I'll have eyes on it. I might throw a five on somebody if you talk me into it. Who's our boy? The Texas kid?
Who, Cameron Young?
Cameo. Sure. Let's do
Yeah.
it. There's a fiver on it.
He's
Put
plus
a little
1900.
fiver.
He's the fourth highest odds. I'm leaning Scotty. I think this is a
Yeah.
Scott. This is one that he would win.
Scotty Slam. I did see that the wind was crazy and the rough was impossible. So if it was going to be straight,
Tough course, as they say.
yeah, tough course,
Tough
tough
course.
course. All right, well, go ahead with your NASCAR. Denny Hamlin, he was plus 100. Still bet him for 30.
Yeah,
Just love
plus
it.
one.
I
He
mean,
was
I
plus
couldn't put
160.
enough. Couldn't put
But
enough on him, dude.
yeah, back 3 in a row, which is crazy. First time since 1980 someone's won 3 races in a row from the pole in all 3 races. Just dominating right now. That's us. It's people like, oh, it's easy to pick him every race, but Reddick won 3 in a row, and we weren't picking him every race. So a lot of people were betting against Denny, saying he couldn't do it. I put out my parlay again. I had 2 parlays that missed by one spot, so you can't win them all, but still a pretty good NASCAR weekend. And then, like I said, they're racing in San Diego at a street course this week, so it's a brand new track. They're literally just setting up walls around the Navy base on the runway. Like it's gonna be badass. And SVG is minus 160, which is
Mm-hmm.
sounds like not very good odds, but it's free. I'm telling you. I'm thinking honestly the bet is USA and SVG parlayed. Little soccer up against Australia. Maybe throw someone else in there. But I mean, there's really nothing else to say about it. It's a street course. He dominates on street courses because they're just like they're so narrow. Like if you
Yeah.
mess up a little bit, instead of like going off the track, you're in the wall. So it's gonna be crazy for sure.
Okay, SVP, bro. You know I like betting on him. SGP?
SVG, SVG, Shane Van Gisbergen.
SVG. Van Glizzy Burgers. Ate about 30 glizzies over the weekend. Wasn't mad. Okay. Well, I'll be on it. Yeah, I think we could patch up a parlay. I want to cover some stuff here with the games upcoming. So we know Argentina's winning 1-0. Let's talk USA. Love to see it. This was a Paraguay team that was not scared of. I told you guys it was going to be 4-0. It was 4-1.
You did.
I'm pissed Pulisic might have got a little banged up, but I think it's just like a little nicked up. He got hit on the calf. They're calling it a strain. I don't think it's that deep. I think he's 100% in for Friday. But my God, dude, Balogun. Let's talk about the striker coming in big. One of them was a fucking rocket ship too. USA is looking good. It's on home soil, bro. I love this group. I loved what I saw from Turkey too. Laying an egg against Australia. If we win this game, we're fucking in the driver's seat for winning the group. If we tie, we're still in the driver's seat for winning the group. So it'll come down to goal differential, which we're top. Fucking let's go. You're gonna want Turkey to win 1-0 ish. And it comes down to us, dude. You know, I love it against Australia. I've been betting Australia overs, have been cashing out. I'm not scared of that squad at all. You know, I'm impressed they made the World Cup, but the Oceania grouping is kind of bad. Anyways, love it. Friday, all eyes on it. 7 p.m.
Where
It's gonna be
at?
9. It's out in California, in the Ram
Again,
Stadium
LA
again
again.
still. Or is it in Seattle? It's in one of those two. It doesn't matter, dude. It's gonna be easy fucking breezy for us. It should be. And I really like Pulisic giving me the coin back and winning a dub. Real quick, the two games on Thursday: Mexico 2-0, South Korea 2-1. Predicted those two victories too. Czechia a pretty good team. South Korea being able to beat them is impressive. Mexico versus South Korea Thursday. Whoever wins that group, I got Mexico winning that as well.
Mexico looked good. They came out fired up, obviously playing at home.
Raul Jimenez, I tweeted him to score. He did.
The bet on Sunday that I had, it wasn't Sweden. It was I had Netherlands and Japan to tie. And I don't know if you saw that Japan tied it up in the 89th, in the 89th minute, which was I should have known then, but yeah. So I gotta say, you know, we've been pretty on with our picks, and the ones we've been missing have been draws, which you know, it's like
tie no bets, dude. Tie no bets, but it's hard.
But
it's hard. So like
no bet,
Canada, Bosnia Herzegovina tie,
which I call
Canada should have won that. Yeah, dude, this dude's ripping these draw bets, and he's up like $3,000. He's betting $100 every single 72 bets. He's betting $100.
The most shocking one to me has been Spain. Can't be tying Cape Verde getting their first ever point in the World Cup.
No, that's definitely the biggest surprise of the tournament to me. But yeah, let me cruise through Qatar, Switzerland. I had Switzerland winning that. I think they were minus 500. They get a tie. Brazil, Morocco.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna let you know, if you haven't watched this Morocco squad, watch them. They're electric. Brazil had to do everything they could to keep that game as not to keep it, but to get back level. Morocco was up for 45 minutes.
We're on Vinny to score, but
yeah,
are you thinking that's a shout out Morocco, or are you thinking that's red flag for Brazil?
No, I think it's a shout out to Morocco. They're a really good team. They're like these African teams have been coming through, and they're looking good. I mean, Cape Verde, I would say that's more so Spain than like Cape Verde, because if Morocco got their hands on Cape Verde, which they do, they beat them 4-0 all the time. Haiti, Scotland 1-0. The Scotland people. So I don't know if you saw this bar out in Boston. They're like, you know, it's like, I don't know. It's been around for 100 years, whatever, 120 years, 200 years, whatever. And they're like, dude, we made triple last weekend that we do for St. Patty's Day weekend.
Dang.
Triple. They're like, we ran out of beer. Every beer we have, we ran out. And then we got the baby in the background. And then, so they said the Scotland fans are polite. There's no fights. They're just showing up. They're out drinking everybody. They go to this liquor store, right? And there's 20 people in line, and some girl buys 2 waters, and they boo her. They boo her out of the liquor store. She just puts her stuff down. She walks out. So really funny. I'm glad they got a dub. McTominay's a guy I like from them to score if they are playing again. Australia, they won 2-0 against Turkey. Turkey was a surprise there. Germany 7-1. Curacao. If anybody that's good plays Curacao, which you'll see next, they're going to score multiple goals. So when Germany does that, it makes the Ivory Coast Ecuador group, that's the group, right? It makes it really interesting, because now when Ivory Coast plays Curacao, they're going to have to score a lot to get the goal differential to try to win the group. When Ecuador plays Curacao, which they do coming up, put whatever you want on them to win -1.5, -2.5. They're going to have to win 4-0 because they lost to Ivory Coast. Trillo Bet's prediction there. Also, Netherlands, Japan, potentially game of the tournament so far. Two really good teams that play in two different styles. Man, this Japan team, dude, is sound. They're banged up though, so I'm gonna give the Ned. You know, I'm really thinking Sweden, who put 5 on Tunisia. Isak and Gayorkis both score, and I hit the over and the Sweden money line. Sweden's good up top. Are they gonna be able to hang defensively? Is the question with them. Yesterday, Spain upset Belgium, Egypt, another really good game. Those are two teams that I could see making quarters. Uruguay tying Saudi Arabia is more of a nod to Saudi Arabia, in my opinion. Uruguay is a team that usually competes. Iran, New Zealand. I was on the draw because all 4 teams drew yesterday, and that's where I won. Today, France, first half, second half, wow, depth. Norway, Haaland gets 2 and an assist. They were trying to get him a hat trick too. It was Iraq. Cool for them to score. honestly. And then yeah, Argentina's 1-0 up against Algeria. They should be winning. I'm still tapping that over. But other than that, we got Austria Jordan tonight. Dante, was there any other games that you watched? Any talents that you saw? You're like, I got to keep my eyes out for this kid
I've
team.
been watching a lot of games.
Yeah, me too.
It's been
Everyone. I've watched everyone.
yeah, it's been electric. Honestly, the Netherlands Japan one, like you said, that was funny because that was a tough live bet. You're like you're
Oh my
taking
god.
over
Well, I thought it was just an
or the
ultimate
under.
chess match. I'm
Yeah,
like watching it. I'm like, bro, this is like two of their teams just playing really sound football, specifically in the midfield. The fuck, I think that lasted 8 minutes, bro. Bang bang, and Virgil Van Dijk scored, dude. That was always the fucking bet. I was thinking about it. Liverpool guy. I was like, it's gonna be Virgil Van Dijk. When he scored, I like literally almost threw up in my mouth. I'm like, I can't be betting first goal scorers anymore.
yeah,
Fuck me.
that was a tough one, but this, like I said, I did watch the Spain one. That one was kind of disappointing. Trying to watch them a little bit back to work this week, so
Boo.
trying to get them on a little bit while I can. I'm looking. The Norway one was a fun watch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that
All
game just ended.
dude, the thing is,
Ivory
like,
Coast, Ecuador was a great game. It was 1-0. Very back and forth. That game was like one team goes, the next team gets possession and goes, and then then the other team gets it again and goes back. Like those were two teams, bro. Like so I worry about that group because if let's say Ecuador takes third in that group, or Ivory Coast does, or Germany does, right? Germany probably won't, but if Ecuador does take third, USA, if we win our group, we're gonna end up playing a third tier team. Ecuador,
right,
fucking, Ivory Coast. I want to say the same thing about Netherlands, Japan, and Sweden. Since Sweden is now winning that group, Netherlands, Japan are going to put a lot of goals against Tunisia to try to catch up on the goal differential. I don't want to play fucking any of those three teams
right.
in the first round. Like a team that I do want, where I'm like, okay, cool, is like, you want like New Zealand, you want like Saudi Arabia. Like, I don't want Egypt, I don't want Belgium. Like, I'm sorry, Iran. You want like some of those teams to like somehow try to find a way where they sneak in. And I just say Group G because they're all tied at one point because they all drew yesterday. So
I will say
looking ahead, but
just a couple of things on the eye test I saw was one Ivory Coast was so fast when they
yeah,
would bring it up on the outside, they were just running by them. And the other thing that cracked me up was in the Japan game. The announcer kept being like, I don't know why Japan keeps trying to center it and head it in. They're too short. And then
mm-hmm.
boom, that's how they get their game tying goal was on a header over the middle. So it is funny how like each team has their own unique style and like you could tell they play
Oh yeah,
the game their own way. And
yeah,
every game, if you just turn it on, like it looks like every game looks like the Super Bowl. Like the fans are going crazy, like the players are going hard. You can just tell it means a lot, and
yeah,
it's fun to watch because, like you said, now we're getting into the second matches here soon,
mm-hmm.
and like you said, the goal differentials. You got to know that in the back of your head when you're placing these bets because yeah, a team might win, but they need to win by 2 or 3 goals to keep if they want to get first. So
Yeah,
you gotta know that stuff.
yeah. Look on DraftKings for -1 lines instead of like like Austria plays tonight -260 on the money line. I'd take that -1 instead of the money line. Portugal tomorrow, I'm taking that -1. Portugal -360. Put whatever you want. They're going to destroy the Democratic Republic of the Congo. England versus Croatia. Interesting. England should win. Just grab Harry Kane to score or assist.
Yeah.
Ghana, Panama. I don't even know what to do there. The Black Stars have looked horrible in my opinion, but I draw sure. Uzbekistan, Colombia. Colombia's -260. Colombia will win 2-0. Like that's just what they do. Luis Diaz scores for Colombia too. Czech Republic, South Africa, sure. Czechia. Bosnia Herzegovina versus Switzerland. No idea. Don't ask me. Draw looks good. Canada, Qatar. Draw, sure. Right. Mexico, Korea. Mexico's even. USA -170 for all the marbles. Another one I really like is Morocco against Scotland. I'm going to be on Morocco. Netherlands, Sweden. Please, please, please bet the over 2.5. Germany, Ivory Coast. You know what I'm doing. I'm doing Ivory Coast or the draw or draw. And the money line's +500. You know I'll be sprinkling. Ecuador versus Curacao. We talked about it. Grab -2.5. Tunisia, Japan. Japan's -190. Grab -1. Right. Spain, Saudi Arabia. What are you gonna do? Right. Spain should win that. Belgium's gonna
They have to
destroy.
win.
Belgium's gonna destroy Iran. Uruguay's -210 against Cape Verde. I don't know. I'm just cruising through these because I'll be gone until Sunday. So Egypt versus New Zealand. Please God, Mo Salah. All right, -170. Egypt. That gets us back to a week. So That's where I'm at. Couple bets I will be placing heavy coinage on: Sweden, Netherlands over, USA, Mexico money lines, and whatever in the world I have left on Portugal -1.
So I think tomorrow the bet for me is I'm really liking these little 2 or 3 team parlays. So I'm gonna go Portugal. I'm gonna go England and Colombia. I'll probably get plus money on that.
Yeah, dude, just don't disrespect Croatia, bro. Like this team, for as small as their population is, too, just fucking constantly makes the semifinals and finals. They lost to France in the finals
I know,
two
but
World Cups ago, 8 years ago.
England's
Uh,
been playing good coming in this tournament.
it's been electric. If you're on an Mbappe Golden Boot or you're on a Haaland Golden Boot or a fucking Messi
Messi,
Golden Boot, yeah, Messi scoring today like really makes me want to bet Ronaldo to score. But dude, these substitutions have been fucking me too. So another good bet that I saw is on FanDuel, where if you bet on somebody and they get subbed out. So today I won on Dembele because he got subbed out and the player who took his spot scored, Barcoa. So that's kind of a
Dra-
cool thing because usually when your sub goes out, you're out.
DraftKings had a get your money back if your money line is a draw. So that was a good one for like if you're looking at an underdog or some plus money and they don't get the win but they get the draw. But I need to know. So I think Ronaldo. Maybe we do Ronaldo tomorrow to score, but I need to know in this Austria Jordan game. I need some action tonight. Give me a bet for tonight.
So I like Austria to win. No offense to Jordan, but whenever they played European teams, they played Colombia recently, they lost 2-0. They played Switzerland, they lost 4-1. They lost to Morocco 3-2. I don't even blame them. They tied Costa Rica. You know, Austria beat South Korea. Austria destroyed the Black Stars. They tied Bosnia Herzegovina. So definitely think they're gonna win. Goal scorers, I really like David Alaba as a player. He's a defensive guy. He's like honestly, I don't know too much about him. You could go, Sabitzer, he plays for Borussia Dortmund. Schmid plays in Germany as well. Arne Matic, whoever the fuck this guy is, he's old. Looks like he'll be taking their penalties, but sprinkle a fiver on Alaba and Austria money line. Why not? Alaba's the defensive guy who's always going to be fucking kind of hanging him out. Used to be one of the fastest players too. He's played for Real Madrid. He still plays for Real Madrid. He used to play for Bayern Munich, Real Madrid. Played in really big games, so I definitely expect Austria to win. I'll probably just be putting some units on the money line, to be honest with you.
And then before we move on to from World Cup, just Renya, we talked about him, dude. That his goal was for US
It was a rocket
it was
ship.
a rocket.
Yeah, USA up front looks really good. Defensively, still concerning, but they're going to dominate possession, which I really like. That helps out your defense. It's kind of like a run game. The midfield dude with Tyler Adams is going to be critical, and Western McKinney. The one thing Pochettino's done with this USA team, too, is he's putting these fuckers where they want to play. So when they go play overseas, they're like, hey, you play for me. I'm paying you. You're going to play fucking right back. Well, dude, I'm right footed. I need to play left back, right? Like, nope, you're right back. We already have a left back, So it's like what he's doing is he's like Pulisic. You don't want to play up the middle? No, go play on the wing wherever you want to play. Serginho Dest was another one. That's that left back, right back. Where do you want to play? Fuck, I want to play left. Whatever, go left back then. Pochettino's done a really good job. But when you have the only thing with that is you can be vulnerable up top. So the striker with Balogun, having him be successful early on, really, really critical. He's going to be. Their set pieces look really good too, man. That Norway set pieces fucking scored twice off of them. So these tall, athletic teams, Germany's usually really fucking good at these set pieces too. So if USA can keep putting pressure on, setting themselves up with these set pieces, and then executing, dude, it's quarterfinals. I'm telling you guys, it's got to be quarterfinals. I'm sitting on plus 270 with them. I'm excited to see what Portugal's got tomorrow because, dude, Portugal's kind of like the Chargers too in a way, but like that's the team who I got winning it. All my group winners look good except Spain. So I fucking can't tell you guys enough about Cote d'Ivoire. Should have been on them. Should have placed 3 bets: Mexico, Cote d'Ivoire, and USA, and then just cashed out. We'd have been millionaires.
What's your confidence level on Mexico versus South Korea?
68%. It's in Mexico. That's why.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to tell you. It's like two interesting teams, two different styles. Mexico's going to want to play very, very possession orientated defensively, working shit up from the back, slowly moving it up, not liking it, moving it back, moving it back, moving it back. Will Raul be able to kind of get a good goal for them is going to be the question. Is South Korea going to counter? South Korea is going to try to really set up some counters. If South Korea goes up 1-0 early, it'll be interesting to see if Mexico tries to pick up the pace. Everybody's been asking Mexico to pick up the pace. They're too lackadaisical. It kills them every year, and they just don't do it, dude. That Mexico style is like the opposite of Mexican style boxing. You know what Mexican style boxing is, right? You just go, you take two
Fast
on the
pace.
way in, and you just blitz the whole time, and you just don't worry about what happens on the backside. Yeah, no, they're gonna want to. You can say they looked good, man. There's a few red cards handed out, but it's also South Africa 2-0 home open. I don't know. I didn't really look into it too much, but I was kind of expecting more, to be honest. They could have had South Africa had chances to score too. Make no mistake. I think they hit the post twice. So I would say from the three host nations, Canada looked the worst. They did tie Bosnia Herzegovina, who I might have overlooked, to be honest with you. I was looking at some of their
I
players.
mean,
They
they
got
beat
some
Italy. We
firepower.
should have known.
Fuck, don't bring that up. I'm bringing the Cote d'Ivoire kit to the Bahamas. I'm bringing the USA kit to the Bahamas. I'm bringing the Mexico kit to the Bahamas. I'm bringing the Mo Salah. I'm bringing the PSG when France plays. Yeah, Bahamas tomorrow, Dante. Gotta stay up late, place the bets, and I'll be riding. I might have to text you. So make sure that DK's loaded.
Yeah, I got you.
All right. What else you got?
That's it. Like I said, I think we got a parlay for tomorrow. I think we put SVG and USA together this weekend for all the marbles. Maybe don't get cute with it. Maybe we do get cute and throw Scotty in there. I don't know. We'll think about it.
Scotty to win.
But other
Just
than
come
that,
back from the Bahamas a millionaire. There's a casino in the Bahamas. Chilabets is worried.
I do got to ask real quick how was the birthday up in Blackhawk? Hit it big?
Great, great time. No, I can't even tell you, bro. I mean, okay, so I'm playing craps. Horrible, horrendous. Go to blackjack, win. Go back to craps, lose. Go back to blackjack, put on a fucking historical split sesh, right? So check this out. This is you kind of know how to play blackjack, right?
Oh, yeah.
I get dealt two twos. Dealer gets dealt a three. Everybody's looking at me. Everybody knows what I got to do, right? Okay, and this is a $25 table, and I was like, not really equipped with that much bankroll, maybe like $100. And this is where it gets interesting. I get another two. I split it. Swear on my life, Dante, I get another fucking two. I got four hands, right? When I tell you 8, 9, 8, 10, that's what I got. 8, 9, 8, and then a jack or whatever, 10. So now I got fucking 11, 10, 11, and a 12. So what do I got to do? What everybody else knows. Got to hit the ATM, go pull out another 100. I double down the first three, right? And I say face down. I'm like, I don't even want to see it. Can't. I'm in this shit for 200, right? And then the last one, I'm looking at this 12 and I'm like, fuck it, double it. I don't care. I'm going to double all these bitches and you're going to bust. And I put my last 25 on the middle for the dealer and he fucking busted out. It was perfect. It was electric, dude. I won. And I had a side bet where like the more splits and double downs you have, you get more. It's called free bet for those DJs. Oh, dude, it was electric. It was a fucking high five around the table for everybody with the strangers moment. It was really cool. And I played it perfectly with that double down on that 12, which I don't recommend. But I was just like, it doesn't matter like what this hand does. I needed to bust. Like, and then I
How
ended up getting,
early
like,
in the night was that?
that was late.
Okay.
That was late. So it was good. But then I went to the craps table and I lost that whole entire hand and then some. So you just hate to see it, man. You hate to see it. Vibes were good though. The Mexico game was electric. We didn't get eyes on the South Korea game, but I heard that Son didn't score.
He was close, but yeah.
Yeah, would have made my night. I need Argentina to score a couple more as my live bets. Other than that, man, go Twins and go USA, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, USA, real quick, I got it pulled up here. USA minus 170, SVG minus 160, plus 158 together. So we're going to have to find something to throw in there, sweeten it up a little bit. But
you could throw Brazil in there. I'm just kidding. They're going to win for sure.
All
right. I know. Yeah, minus 1,000. Get it to like minus 106. It's all right. Yeah, we'll have to place it. Leave it at 9 a.m. So that's when you're like your last second bets. But you got my back. I know you do. So, all right. Well, we'll see you on the other side of the Bahamas, brother. It won't be eaten by a shark. I know that'll make you sad. So let's make some more coin. Go USA. We'll talk World Cup when I get back. The fellas will be back on Friday. I'll be texting them. I'll be hopping in if I can. So other than that, Dante, hit him with the outro, and we'll see you guys next time.